Since the Palace of Westminster was founded more than 1,000 years ago, it has seen war and peace, plague and plenty, the rise and fall of empires, and all kinds of revolutions: scientific, industrial, political, ecumenical, stylistic, and almost 50 monarchs. In trying to rank the achievements of those monarchs, it must be admitted that not all of them set exemplary standards of personal behaviour, and quite a few were removed violently and prematurely from office. But in our history, no monarch has ever served this country so long as this one, with the first Platinum Jubilee ever. But far more importantly, no monarch has ever served it so well. When Barack Obama was asked at the end of his time as president which world leader had impressed him most, he paused, and his mind doubtless ran through the gallery of contemporary figures, and he said Queen Elizabeth. And I believe he was right, Madam Deputy Speaker. And that is why next week the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth will be unabashed in celebrating not just the institution of the crown, but the individual who wears it. This remarkable woman who, by God and her right, has led her country through good times and bad, who has dedicated her life to her people, to her beloved Commonwealth, and to the very idea of what a constitutional monarchy should be, and who has already racked up so many superlatives, as the Speaker, some of which the Speaker has already referred to. In her 25,677 days as Queen, Her Majesty has undertaken more than 21,000 official engagements in well over 100 countries. She's granted royal assent to some 4,000 pieces of legislation sent to her by this House, hosted 112 state visits, and been served by 14 British Prime Ministers so far. Across all her realms, she has offered counsel and wisdom to more than 170 heads of government, including 2 generations of Trudeau's. So far. She is the holder of at least 7 world records, including the most summer Olympiads opened by one person. Although only one such ceremony did she parachute out of a helicopter in a pink dress. And of course, there was one Olympic medal ceremony where she could claim to have bred both the rider, the Princess Royal, and the horse. A claim that will likely go unrivaled for some time to come. And if you needed evidence of the mark she has made on our capital city, not 1, but 2 London transport lines have been named in her honour. And it is not so much what she has done as the way she has done it. Getting the best out of people, inspiring them to serve others and to serve their communities, helping to create that invisible thread of pride and allegiance that tugs on all our hearts and makes us happy to serve, or at least to do something for our country in the way that she serves this country. And I know, Madam Deputy Speaker, that Prime Ministers are not supposed to relay their conversations with the Queen, and I will not, except to say that her knowledge and understanding of politics and world affairs is profound. And there have been times, I'm sure the Honourable Gentleman knows whereof he speaks, there have been times when I've been scrabbling to remember a historical date or the name of some African capital, and she has got there first. And when it comes to some subjects, anything equestrian, I'm simply nowhere. And I bet I speak for every Prime Minister who has ever had an audience with Her Majesty when I say that our conversations are always immensely comforting, because she has seen the sweep of it. And she has seen the cycle from gloom to elation. And every time, her country, under her, has gone forward from strength to strength. She has seen an empire transformed into a happy commonwealth that countries are now bidding to join. And in the 1,000-year history of this place, no monarch has seen such an increase in the longevity or the prosperity or the opportunity or the freedom of the British people. No monarch has seen such technical advances, many of which British scientists have played a leading part, from the dawn of the internet to the use of the world's first approved COVID vaccine. No monarch, by her efforts and dedication and achievement, better deserves the attribute of greatness. And for me, she is already Elizabeth the Great. While she remains resolutely supported by the Prince of Wales, the Duke of Cambridge, and other members of the royal family, we know that these celebrations will be tinged with sadness for Her Majesty by the absence of the Duke of Edinburgh, her strength and stay. And so I hope in the coming days that we can together further comfort her and reassure her, and show with every bonfire, with every concert and street party and aerobatic display, a love and a devotion to reciprocate the love and devotion and leadership she has shown to the whole country over 7 decades. And on behalf of the whole House, let me say, as the scholars of Westminster cried out from the Abbey's triforium on Coronation Day 70 years ago, Vivat Regina Elizabetha, God save Queen Elizabeth. Yeah.